will. Promise. But I think she's going to need our help.
What do you mean?
When I was a teenager, I could rewind time. Just raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
Yeah. Turns out when you try to change the past, you don't actually fix anything.
Sure. But what if the best way to fix things isn't changing your past, but rather changing your present?
Okay, that was good.
Logic to my
That was good. That was a good line. That was good. That was good.
point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night with a gun. You're saying that could be a future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense. But I was there, in the past. Sophie mentioned Maya, and oh God, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Sophie. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too. Oh, shit.
Okay. First look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp.
You're standing behind a
Need to
bench.
introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
Crouching.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you.
How do you think y'all are hiding?
From yesterday. An ornament that already happened? Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
He's got to be in the other.
We need to get the hell out.
How is he seeing it?
I fucking knew it. Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
You're not making any sense.
You want to talk about sense? Nothing about you makes sense. Telescopes don't put themselves together. Evidence doesn't disappear.
You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect.
More importantly, how's he see it? But this area must be just a very weak point in reality. For him to see his other self, and then his other self looks like he sees him. I'd be able to, don't touch him!
Max, you have to let go! No!
I could have saved him, Moses. I could have saved him.
No, you couldn't have. Listen to me, Max. This place ate a man.
Moses, your hair. I told you. There's always a cost.
It started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
Hey, Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen. I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't. And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right. Okay, talk to Gwen, see what she knows about Maya, and while I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Safi's book deal. Cool. I'm a tired sun, sleepy moon, and exhausted rising. It takes me ages to comment on one student photo. I can't imagine having to grade exams. Is that Safi's book? Hey, Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, I need to talk to you about Safi. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Safi's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
So I've been told.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable. What do you want to know?
That book meant the world to Safi. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder. Let me get this straight. You helped Safi get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book. Which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people. Safi included.
Safi's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you? How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention. Maya Okada? Safi never mentioned the name.
She always did keep her cards close to her chest, didn't she? The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining. You never saw one without the other. And that Ben Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then Maya took her own life.
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it's one I made.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful. One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Oh, part of it, why?
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line. I don't trust you not to dig up old graves. Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over. Huh?
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript. How do I get my hands on a copy? How can they have no record of him? They sent him.
Maybe whenever he got deleted. He got deleted from both timelines completely. I was wondering about that. Would there be an investigation looking for him? Guess not.
More music I'm not cool enough to know. Gotcha. Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave. Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see what Yasmin has to say about her.
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?